CIA changed our lives.
Yes.
The skills that they taught us, the insights they gave us, the experiences we had were so good that all I want to do now is just give people just this much of a flavor of what it was like. Because it's so good. The high is so high. The drug is so good, right? To know how people think, to be able to anticipate, plan, and control your future.
Yes.
To understand this concept of advocates and how to build an advocate and how to find an advocate and how to use an advocate and how to gain benefit from an advocate without having to actually spend your own resources to do it, right? It's a fascinating concept.
To gain leverage and control over your life, over your business, just by implementing these new skills that you weren't taught by your parents, you weren't taught by your school, because they're a skill set that is taught to a certain group of people generally to do spies, to commit espionage. You know, so skill sets that a lot of times are put in a negative light, but that as you teach can be used for all kinds of positive benefits for yourself and for others.
Do you remember when I first started experimenting with the phrase unfair advantage?
Yes.
And I started talking about when we used to theorize, like, well, what does Everyday Spy give people? What are we trying to give people? And I was like, we're trying to give people an unfair advantage.
I did not like
You did not like that at all.
Nope.
Right? But now you're just what you just described, like these unique skills and unique perspectives that give people an edge. Mm-hmm. Is that not an unfair advantage? Or do you just not like the word unfair? Because I personally love, and everybody understands what I'm saying when I'm like, I'm going to give you an unfair advantage. I'm going to teach you how to mind hack, teach you how to, persuade somebody faster and better than you've ever done before. Like, CIA knows how to use unfair advantages.
Yeah.
But why don't you like that? Or have you changed your mind about using that phrase?
So it's difficult because I may have changed my mind about using the phrase only because I have been proven wrong by your audience. Your audience seems to love.
Why do you keep calling them my audience?
Because
they're our
audience.
our customers. They're our they're our tribe.
I know, but up until now, you're the one they've been listening to. So, now that I've met so many more of the tribe, right?
The SpyTribe.
The SpyTribe. The more SpyTribe members I meet, the more I understand that unfair advantage is the correct term for what we are giving them.
And you start to see how many of the SpyTribe are badasses.
Yeah.
Successes in their own right, on their own. People who truly have done everything by the book, following all the rules of fairness, and they have still succeeded. But now, to unlock the next level, they kind of need an unfair advantage. They've maximized fair opportunity. Now it's time to tap into unfair opportunity.
Yeah. And I think that, I still personally think, I still have a partially liberal heart.
Partially?
For as sinner as I've become, we've talked about this before, for as center as I've come on some issues and for the little bit of conservative I have on other issues, I still have a large liberal portion of my heart. So the word unfair really grates. So I still think there are other things we could call it. But, in the end, you're giving people a skill that intentionally not everybody has, right? Because if everybody had the same skill, it wouldn't be an advantage for anybody. It's for the people who are hungry enough to learn it and to use it.
If you like this short clip, make sure you click here to see the next clip or here to see the full podcast episode.